as a chemist, and I started a cupcake business, and I didn't know where to start. I started going here, there, and everywhere, just trying to figure out what step one should be. Like, you know, you sit there, you go, I want to start a business about this. Okay, what do I do now? And then you sit for weeks and weeks, and you really don't know what to do. So I decided to try to pull all that together in one spot. So that's where Canadian Small Business Women came about. Right now we're revamping our site, but we do offer a free business listing directory on our site. So if you haven't listed your business on my website, you probably want to do that because you don't really get that for free anywhere. So take advantage of that. We also have a blog, which is doing very, very well. I have people writing for me because I'm no expert, but I have people in different areas, such as small business banking, SEO, anything that's related to small business, they're blogging on it. Sometimes one contribution per month, sometimes more than one. And we have a feature on the website that I'm really excited about, on the blog, sorry, called Canadian Small Business Woman of the Month. So anyone can submit their bio to me, and I just randomly pull bios every month, and I do a blog feature on that person. So the last month I featured, her name is Belinda, and she is the owner of Star Academy. I don't know if you've heard of Star Academy, it's a private school in Etobicoke. And she started it. It actually got rave reviews from that post. I think probably in one day I got like 160 hits just on her post alone. So that's pretty good. So going forward with this company, I really plan on having traveling networking sessions. So I'm going to have one in Toronto next month, May 22nd. I haven't signed the dotted line as to the location yet, but it's probably going to be at the Strathcona Hotel downtown. So that's where I'm looking right now. And the topic of that next one is going to be about website auditing. And you actually get the chance of winning a free audit on your website. I think there are two opportunities for that. One is going to be given away online, and the other one is going to be at the event. And yeah, once more information about that becomes available, I'll let you know. But I would love to introduce our speaker for tonight. I met Maria about a month ago at one of the Mompreneurs events, one of the Mompreneur luncheons. And she was just so bubbly and so interesting. Like, you know, you meet someone, you just have to talk to them. That's Maria. She has a history in small business banking, and she is really good at finances. So you know how to separate your personal finances from business and just how to get everything together, because that's always a problem, juggling. Like, you know, you don't know if you want to take out of one pot to support the other, and how much should you really do? So Maria is going to talk to you about all that. Okay, so Maria Angelova.
Oh no, no. Yeah, I'm at the meeting now. You don't have your tickets? Come on. How come you didn't take your tickets? No, I cannot talk anymore. I cannot. Oh gosh. Sorry, this kid's here, sorry. Yeah. You're where? At the bus stop waiting for me? No, you cannot do that. You're, somebody's calling. Oh, sorry. Ooh. What now? Yeah, of course there's meal, yeah. It's rice, it's on the stove. Yes, you can eat some rice today. There's a phone call. Yes, it's Maria Angelova calling. Here's Maria Angelova, yeah? Yes, Kelly, yeah. Of course, yeah, I have you booked for Friday, yeah, 1 o'clock, yeah, I'm going to see you. Yeah, I'm going to see you, okay? Bye-bye. Oh. Don't you feel this way? Do you have kids? How many of you have kids? Yeah, don't they call you all the time and tell you, come here and take me from that bus and do that for me? Is the food ready? At the same time, you have to be everything, like cook at home. With this apron, do you like this apron? Yeah. Yeah, we have to be sexy, yeah? On the top of everything, we have to be sexy. from, you want it? You said it? No, I'm not giving it to you. Oh, I have it from a friend of mine who, she has a very good sense of humor. She has a t-shirt and it says, I'm a bitch, babe, in total control of herself. So I love humor. So we are trying to do everything. Don't you? Don't you trying to do everything?
Yeah.
Being mothers, lovers, sometimes fathers. And at the same time run a business and start from the CEO of the business. You're the CEO of the business, you're the marketing director, you're the salesman, you're the janitor. And then go home and you're the cook, and you're the trainer, and you're the owner of the everything. Is it only me or do you relate to this?
I think we all.
You do, yeah.
Yeah.
You do. Don't you want somehow not to have the frustrations? Come on, you know, I have to do this business and I want the things to go easy. Do you want the things to go like easy, to have like this feeling here that whatever you do, it comes easy to some good results. And to have the feeling that whatever step you take, that step is going to the right path of whatever you would like to build. And you have the feeling that the money are in the right direction, and everything that you do is in the right direction, that your time is properly managed. Don't you want to have this feeling? You want? Yes. We want to be satisfied. And you know what? After, maybe some of you, I'm not sure how much you know about me, but after all this mess that I've had in my life, and I've been sharing with some of you, whoever knows me, I'm sharing that after all this mess, I'm with credit up to here. After having 10 years of marriage, divorce, you know, bankruptcy of my husband, ex-husband, everything. And during all this time, I discovered that I had some steps, you know, that there is some steps that I can follow. And whenever I was following the steps, this feeling here that I'm doing the right things, that was making me feel each time that yes, I'm on the right path. And whenever I was using these steps, the things were going well. Do you want to know what's that steps? Yeah. You know what? I discovered them because I realized when I was trying with errors and, and sometimes omissions, and then when I studied for my certification for financial planning and then the certification for divorce financial analysis, I discovered that it's not that I'm very unique. You know, I only found somehow that my analytical mind found these steps, and I was following it. And I created a program that maybe some of you will check it. I have it as a mom's financial fitness program, but that is the overall wisdom that I discovered many, many years ago. Many years ago, when we started, we came with $20 in our pockets, like 23 years ago. Then in the next 5 years, we already have a house. And we start the business. And 5 years later, we have the businesses valued at $1 million. That didn't stop us 5 years later to be on the zero and do $1 million. But anyway, we did so many things. And I discovered that during that time, whenever we were successful, I was using this formula. And the formula, I called it PASS for success. PASS for success. Okay, you know, last year I said, yeah, I should call it this 4 letters, PASS. Before I go to the PASS to tell you exactly what it is, I'll tell you how I describe the success. I believe that we're successful in the things that we love. If you don't do things that you love, you cannot be successful. And there is a very good way to check if you love the things that you do. So my formula is love what you do and do what you love in order to be successful. And the formula is this. whenever you love somebody or something, we spend time, energy, attention, and money. Unless we put our time, attention, and energy, we are not in the position of loving that thing. And believe me, if you start a business only because somebody else started that business and you start spending money for that business, let's say that you see, oh, I'll buy that inventory because my friend started that business, but you realize that you're not so passionate about this. You don't want to spend time about this. You somehow put it on the back burner, you're doing something else, stop that investment. Even if you invested some money in that, stop it. It doesn't work. If you don't do what you love, it's going to be wasted time and money, and on the top of all, your personal life is going to be miserable. You're not going to feel satisfied. So this is my first advice. Love what you do and do what you love, and invest time and money and energy in something that you love. When this is there, everything somehow is in line. You somehow, the things goes easy, and you put your energy and the things are somehow like magic happening. Okay, so once you have that formula, you know that you love certain things. Then we go to that path to success. And the first P in the path is for priority. Unless you put the right priority at the right time, you might mess completely everything. The A is for actions. So when you know your priority, you choose the right actions that support your priority. And the right actions are very, very, very carefully should be chosen to serve the priority. S and S is for savings and spendings. So try to put your savings and spendings through your actions to put them to serve the priority. So the main thing is to prioritize. And let me give you some advice how to think. Actually, this is something that I teach my private clients to do that exactly, to do the priority and management of their money so they can have this money whenever they need it the most, and to feel comfortable that whatever they're doing, it's something that they are going to have results. So let's say that you have your business and you have your personal life. The first thing in spending your time and money is to choose in every moment of your life what should be put on the priority list. And believe me, if you are not choosing the right thing, you can either waste your money for the business or you can lose in your personal life a lot. And I'll give you one example. For whoever has a kids might understand exactly what I mean, but it could be in a personal relationship. Let's say that you have to develop your business, but you have small kids. And you say, you know what, I have to develop my business because my business now is going to make some money, and I'll have money for that kids to go to university. And the kids are small, and you spend all your time and all your attention to the business. The kids are small, and they are under 15. They feel that they are not the priority. What the kids are doing at this time is they are in need of some attention. If they don't have your attention, they're going to find somebody else to have attention to them. Once they go somewhere else for attention, then when they're 15, you might waste all your money from your business to fix that kids. The schools, maybe you know that there is a school that is very expensive school, $30,000 per year. Mostly are the kids of very wealthy families. I've been in that school. There are kids that went over there because the parents one day brought them there to be fixed somehow, to make them think about, having some better score at school. So the priority is very important on this very high level. On the next level is, let's say that you are in the beginning of your business and you decide that you have $5,000 to invest, and they're your personal money that you put them somewhere, and you have them for your retirement, for something you'd like to invest in your business. The rule is, if you have chance to take money from the bank, especially when it's for equipment or for inventory, take it from the bank. Don't take your money from your bank account. There is a rule for the accountants. If there's some accountants, they'll know that when you invest your money, it's not expense, especially for equipment. It's not expense, so you don't have any interest of spending your money. You cannot expense them on the balance sheet. You know that, yeah, somebody knows, yeah. so it's better to be taken from the bank. This has two effects. First, you're not taking your money, your money are there if you have some emergency for yourself. Then the next thing is you prepare yourself for the bank, you do your business plan, so you decide exactly how you're going to do the three documents that are very important for the business. And unless you put that priority to learn that documents, you might be behind for a long time. And you're going to prepare your cash flow, your balance sheet, your income statement. And you'll educate yourself. And this is another thing that I'll tell you about prioritizing. When you choose prioritizing where to put the money, where to invest the money, put the money in something that is creating value. So something that is not depreciating value, but appreciating value. The clear example is properties appreciating value. The other thing that appreciates in value is you. When you put money to your education, your knowledge, you appreciate your value. So your knowledge makes value for the business. So don't think twice if you have to invest in yourself. Your kids, their shoes, Nike shoes, don't appreciate in value. And your shoes don't appreciate in value much at all. The cars don't appreciate in value. When you start a business, you decide to have that good image and say, okay, I'm going to have that good image now, and everybody's going to be my client, so I'm buying a Mercedes. So I'm meeting my clients with a Mercedes, everybody's going to be my client. No, Mercedes depreciates in value. I can create my image by going there, but the Mercedes is going to waste my money, especially in the beginning of the business. Once it might be valuable. So when you decide on that, have it in mind to choose the things that appreciate in value. And then I'll go to the other rule that is very important. It's not good, to teach even our kids or we only to say, no, I cannot afford this, or I'm not going to have this, like I'm not going to have the best car, I'm not going to have the best shoes, no, I'm going to have only crappy things. But the way you can treat your kids and yourself and to say, yes, I'm going to have that car. One day, when my business have that surplus, I can have that car. Same way we can tell the kids, yes, you can have McDonald's once a month, or once in 2 months, or once in a season. So learn to treat even yourself the same way, to say no to the things that are not important to the business. And I've seen this with my clients. I've seen with a client that bought inventory for 2 years. He was selling 10 pieces per year for the equipment. He bought the inventory for 200 pieces. That is waste of money. Because it's cheaper, so make sure that whenever you decide on that priority, the priority really makes sense for today. That's one very important rule. When you are spending money, make sure that today is the day that you are opening your pass and say, what is the priority today? Later on could be another priority, but today is different from tomorrow. Tomorrow I might need bigger inventory, but today I don't need that. I need 10 pieces. Okay, Now you have that picture of having that priorities. You're choosing your actions. You decided that the proper actions are to, put together. And your business is growing. The next thing is to think what actions I should take not to go to the gap. So you're going to that fast train of your business, and the business is growing, and you're having all these clients, and you're hiring people, and you decide that it's time to hire even 2 assistants, 3 assistants, and you're so important for that business. And I would say at that time, mind the gap. Have you been in London? In London, they have, when you go to the train, it says a big sign, mind the gap, and every second, you see, they say, mind the gap, when the train stops to take you. So mind the gap, because when you have all your gold, created from your business, and you have it ready to grow and to have the fast train, you might slip all this gold in that gap. What do we call the gap? I like statistics. And the way that I like statistics, I really go to Stats Canada, and I open the website and I read the reports. I don't read it from the newspapers. There is a statistic that most people who are sick from critical illnesses or serious illnesses are among the population that is with not high earners. So lower earners are higher in percentage of sicknesses, of serious sicknesses like heart attacks and diabetes and all that, serious sicknesses that are chronic in most cases. That's the statistics. That the lower income population, the population with the lower net worth, are higher hit by these sicknesses. Only one sickness makes, exception. One sickness is hitting mostly higher income, higher net worth population. Female breast cancer. When I read that, I was so shocked. And you know what I did? Right away I went to the book of Louise Hay. Do you know Louise Hay? Mm-hmm. Okay, in the book of Louise Hay, I really trust her, her conclusions, what she made from all her work through the church and her work with people, with sick people. And I was checking, what is the thing that is connected to the breast cancer and breast sicknesses? It says, over-mothering, taking care of others more than yourself. This is what she said about breast sicknesses. So what's happening with all this stuff that we are kids, lovers, mothers, CEO of the businesses and everything, that we are trying to do everything. We as mothers, as women nature, we would like to give to others more. We are capable of putting behind us usually. If the husband has a business, yes, I'm stepping behind. If the child needs me, yes, I'm second on the row. If somebody needs, like my boss needs me, yes, I'm second on the row, I'll wait, I'll help him, I'll help my kids. Is this something related to you? Or it's only me? Yeah, be careful with that. That might waste all your investment in yourself. So make sure that you invest time for yourself. So don't go and be part of the statistics. There's another statistic that says 85% of the businesses that will be created today, they'll vanish in 5 years. So only about 15% stay till about 7th year, and maybe till 10th year are even less. So what's happening is many of these businesses are hit by mismanagement of money, but many of them are hit by sicknesses. People get sick and they cannot stay there and manage the business? Is there any way to help ourselves? Usually when somebody is sick, you have nothing to do, that person should take care of himself. But once you invested everything in the business, you put all this money, what do you think to do? To tell the bank, okay, continue paying my clients or what? Do something? Nothing can do anything. But in advance, you can think of that gap, and you can have a membership in the money club. You know about the money club?
The pyramids?
Okay. So the money club can give you money. You have a membership, you put the money in the money club, $100, $200, $300, you put them there, and whenever you need them, all of a sudden, there is some diagnosis and you need this money, you go and tell them, okay, now I need a check of 20,000 or 30,000 or 50,000. They can give you the check.
Is that like pay yourself first? Pay yourself first?
That's a good idea, yeah. The money club is actually how the insurance companies were created. I know now insurance companies, when I say insurance, because it's a dirty word. Nobody says, oh, you're selling insurance, okay, next. Usually people don't like talking about insurance, but I've been there bringing that checks with that $100,000 to these people who are sick. And they know that they can pay to their workers, they can take care of themselves, they can pay their mortgage, and they are not in the gap. So they can continue being on the fast train. Another thing that insurance companies are doing, and this is something connected to when you have this vision about your business, to see it like 3 steps ahead. Many years ago when I was thinking of creating businesses, and the first time I did it with my ex-husband, and then I did it with other people, I realized that somehow people are thinking, yes, everything is going to be terrific, all the clients are coming next month, and they're bringing all their money to me, and I'm the only thing that they're buying. Usually doesn't work this way. And what happens is we invest so much, doesn't come so fast, and often people are coming to to some problems. When they come to that problem, they can come to bankruptcy, and there's nothing wrong with the bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is a protection. It protects the person to continue living without having all these people, on their head, his head, I want you. And you know what happened with us? I told that we had, with my ex-husband, we have that big businesses, and we have all this on the fast track. And I put this money in the insurance company, in that investment account called segregated funds. Segregated funds is the only place where money cannot be touched by any judge, any creditor. So again, this is the money club, that I call it money club, not to call it insurance companies. But the money club can save you, even in a situation that Revenue Canada can come or anybody can come and say, you know what, you owe us some money. Yesterday, a person told me that Revenue Canada went and emptied his bank account because he didn't pay taxes for a long time. If that money from his RSP were in the insurance companies, they cannot touch it. So my strong advice to you is, if you have some money, even for the personal money, and you start that good habit of having, you have your personal money, you don't touch them for many business things, you have your business money in another account, take the loan for your business, or put some money, but not all of your personal, and have a different debit card. So when you go shopping for business and for kids, don't mix it. Have another one card to be like blue, the other green, whatever. But you have two debit cards, and you have this habit of spending for business, spending for personal differently. And from both places, try as much as possible to save a little bit. So to save for later. And that savings make sure that you put them far away from the creditors. And the only place for now in Canada is insurance companies. So that's the 3 steps that in money management I strongly advise you to do. And at that step of saving a little bit, it could be $10. It could be $200. But your personal money can stay in the insurance company, and your business money, which are saved, can stay in the insurance company also. Keep them away from the creditors. So look ahead, 3 steps ahead. What might happen? Somebody might come in and do something to you, to the business. You might be getting sick or something. So have some money that are not touched by anybody. And the last thing I would like to tell you is make this as a habit. Once you establish that you are going through your path for success, you choose your priorities, you know what is the proper actions to take for that priorities, you decide how much and when you are spending for your priority, you know what you are saving, make it a habit. The habit has that good thing that make us do it automatically. Yeah, I don't think it, I'm doing it automatically. And I have a very good example of a story of my mom. She's turning tomorrow 75. 2 years ago, she was 73. And she was telling me that story happened with her 73. She's a very active lady. When she was 53, she got her driver license. She never had a chance to drive till the age of 53. And it was the first time that she got her license. And she, wow, now I'm going to drive. It was a dream for her to drive. So in that dream, she was so excited about going, and so she bought a car, she started driving everywhere. She was so much like driving here and there. So, she became a very good driver. And no accidents, nothing, thank God. Later, she decided that she should stop driving and start walking a little bit more because her knees started hurting her. So she's telling me that story, 2 years ago, when she go out and she had to go to a street that is, like a shopping place, and she has to go out of her apartment, and a little down the road, she should go right and go to that shopping place. So she goes down the street and sees a street that says no entry. Okay, she continued a little bit down the road, another no entry. Okay, she continued a little bit down. She knows that she's far away from the store, but it's no entry. So she goes to another street that says no entry, and she realizes that she's walking. She was walking and following the signs. After 20 years of driving, even though she's 73 and started at 53, she created that habit that makes her the rule. This is the rule, you don't enter that street. So with this thought, I'll leave you to make that habit. So whenever you go to any task, make the habit to measure the priority and to decide which priority makes much more sense for you. And choose the right priority. Because if you choose the other one, which is not the right priority, it might slip and might bring you to another way. But for the path of success, for the road of success, you need to choose the right priority for this time of your life with the right actions and make your money work well for your spending and for your saving. Thank you very much. I hope I gave you some value. Yes. No answers. Yes, you did. So hopefully, I gave you some value. So I would like to continue somehow the connection with you. If you'd like to continue the connection, I have some like a small seminars, not more than 10 people that I organize in one of the offices that I work. So if you'd like, I can offer this for you for free. It's $47 per session. And it's about 2 hours with some financial planning ideas and questions and answers. Now I'm going to ask you if you have any questions, but only to tell you that I'll be ready to give you that for free. There is in the next in next month there's 2 of them. And I can email you that information. When is that? Plus I can email you a free assessment, financial checkup assessment. The only thing I need is to give me your business card with the date, like 24th of April, so we know that this is from this event and that I'm offering you for free, so I can email you that information. Any questions? Yes.
What was your business before? That you said you...
Yeah, I'm in this business as a financial planner.
Okay.
So my certification first was a financial advisor from 1994. I'm financial advisor. In 2001, I got my certification as certified financial planner. So as a financial advisor, I was doing some financial planning, but not certification. At that time, I became a financial director for our businesses, which were connected to film industry. It wasn't anything, but I was doing the finances, and I was also continued doing my financial planning business. And in 2010, I got my certification for divorce financial analyst. So my busy time with the family businesses were that years between 95 and 2003. At the same time, I had my 2 kids born. I have 3 kids. So my 2 of them were born at the same time. So I was busy with that. Then I was investing 7 years of divorcing and learning about the system, of the Canadian system, which is very interesting. And I learned a lot. I learned how to fight with the ombudsman of Raw Bank.
What do you mean you learned? Where did you learn that?
Oh, I had to, because when during the divorce, my husband went to bankruptcy, and all of the business loans came to me because I was part owner. So they told me, even though I was not in the business at that time, between 2003 to 2008, I was not in the business. But that created credit was put on me because my name stayed there in the ownership.
Mm-hmm.
So the bank put on me. So I had to go to the level of ombudsman to go through all the analysis, who spent what.
Yeah.
And so I learned a lot from that. At the same time, I had to present all this analysis to the court, where I realized that the judges don't know anything about that money. And they said, Maria, is that right? I said, yes, right, judge. I said, Maria, Maria, he goes to bankruptcy. Do you know what's going on with you? Everything comes to you. I said, okay, yeah, so what? Maria, that's malicious. And yeah, okay, what should I do? Can you help me? And I realized they cannot help much. That was, they stay and they say, sorry. So ombudsman helped more than the judge. So I learned a lot about this during this time, and that's why I decided from the lemon to make a lemonade. So I got my certification as the certified divorce financial analyst, and I learned some from that certification. Yeah, so I have all these educations. Before, I used to be something else before, but that's a previous life in Bulgaria. I used to be an actress and librarian. So that's the 2 professions from Bulgaria. I was a librarian and an actress for 10 years.
Cool.
And then I came here to Canada.
Actress in films or?
Mostly on stage.
Theater? Yep.
I had only 1 film, but mostly on stage. Then I was invited to play in Monaco, and then I came here. So yeah. I was invited actually to the States. Anyway, yeah. Used to be previous life, nothing. Yeah. Any questions that are particular financial questions that you might have for your business, and that create some puzzles in you, what you should do or what you should think of? Is there any question? Yeah.
I know online there's a lot of different resources, and you talk about, for example, angel investors and different types of investing like that. What are your thoughts on those types of investors?
I would advise you. Angel investing is very good, and that when you JVs, you find some investors in your business is really very good idea. You should be very, very careful what you are signing. Usually when you sign with an investor, you're ready to give part of your business. So that investor should trust you that you're good enough. And investors to invest in you, usually they do a lot of research before they would like to invest in you. Then that is a process which is a legal process. When legal documents are signed, it's very good, but you should have at least a legal advisor that is on your side, not on the other side, on your side, to give you particularly advice for your situation. Otherwise, it's very good to have it. Investor. I would like to have somebody coming 200,000 or for 500,000. No, 600,000, please. Yeah, that money. And I've seen. I met actually recently a guy who told me that in the beginning of his business, somebody had this $200,000 invested in his idea, and it was like a blessing. It's a blessing when you have the right people. So you make sure that you're not signing something, especially when it comes to let's say a restaurant or something that is connected with the equipment or a property. So when it's tangible, when it's not you as a creating of the value, but something tangible, make sure that you have very good knowledge what these people are asking you to sign. So you agree with that conditions. Okay, okay. Is it clear? Okay. Any other questions?
No, thank you.
No? Yeah, I wanted to tell you, is there anybody dealing with equipment? Or with, what is your businesses? Maybe you can tell me some more about your businesses. What your businesses connected with some tangibles or intangible, something that you create as value or as a person?
Okay, I'll tell I do promotional products, like it's cost-effective to advertise any type of business, like pants, t-shirts, it could be an events to schools. I do tote bags, trophies, apparels, all kind of things.
So what is usually your problem with the money and that you see?
No, I just started, so I just.
Oh, you just started,
I'm
yeah.
trying to network, and let's see, little
Yeah.
by little. Step by
One
step.
thing that I would advise, and I've seen this that mistake done a lot, if you have a limited amount of money to advertise, use for all the ways that are cheap or not cost nothing. Investing, for example, for a very expensive website, if you have the money, invest them. With all respect to all this industry. But if you have a limited amount of money, advertisement is a very good way to get clients. But sometimes overspending for the advertisement doesn't work. Yeah. Maybe first you start doing what you're doing. Go to the place that is cost nothing.